ich bin Suprema de la Rouge.
Und ich bin Dorian Dietrich.
Und wir sind die
Schmetterling
Showgirls. Dorian, hast du Schokolade?
Nein, ich habe keine Schokolade.
Oh. Dorian, hast du eine Banane?
Nein, ich habe keine Banane.
Dorian, hast du Saft?
Nein, ich habe keinen Saft.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you were wondering what we were just talking about, weren't you, huh? Well, I asked Dorian if she has certain items, and she told me that she didn't. I asked her if she had a chocolate, or if she had a banana, or if she had some apple juice. Today, we're going to teach you how you can say that you don't have an item.
But before we go any further, we have to teach you the verb haben, which means to have.
Haben is now an irregular verb. So here it is very important. I know, it's a little bit harder to learn. So it's very important that you pay attention when we're going to show you now how to conjugate it.
And this is a verb that you're going to use a lot. So just commit it to memory and you'll be fine. We've actually heard this verb in use before, Suprema. Can you remind our viewers when we used it before?
Yes, we used it before when we talked about our pets. When I was saying that I have 2 cats, I was saying, ich habe 2 Katzen. And the same was when Herr Dietrich was saying that he has a dog. He was saying, ich habe einen Hund.
So we've already learned that the ich form of haben is habe. No surprise there, really. But how do we conjugate the rest of haben, Suprema?
Well, here's a little overview for you, and let me walk you through this. Ich habe, du hast, hat, sie hat, es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben, and the formal you as well, sie haben.
So I would say this is actually not too difficult because it's somewhat predictable in the pattern. It's just that we don't keep the entire stem. Let's show you a few more examples of how we use haben in a sentence. Hey, Suprema, what do I have?
Oh, you have a book. So I would say, Dorian hat ein Buch.
Let's see, what do you have there? Oh, du hast eine Banane.
Yes, very good.
And I'm sure you all know by now that Suprema and I both have 2 cats. So, wir haben 2 Katzen.
So what do you have? Tell us in the comments using verbs, the verb haben and nouns that you've learned to tell us what you have at home.
Okay, so we've been talking a lot about what we do have, but what if we want to talk about what we don't have? For this, we're going to need a negation word, and that negation word is kein.
Kein means no or none, and it is used to negate a noun. So that means that we put the word kein in front of a noun.
So let's pretend for a second that I don't have this book. Now remember, before I said ich habe ein Buch, but now I don't. So ich habe kein Buch.
Ich habe eine Katze. Don't worry, I'm not gonna throw her.
Don't throw the cat.
No, I'm not gonna throw her. But now, ich habe keine Katze.
Don't worry, no animals were harmed in the making of this educational video. So you may have noticed while we were giving you those sentences that the word kein functions very similarly and sounds very similar to the word ein. And that is because kein pretty much works the same way as our indefinite article ein. It just has a K on the beginning. And just like ein, the word kein changes depending on the gender of our noun. In other words, the article that precedes it. So let's see how this works in sentences. Ich habe ein Buch. Ich habe kein Buch. Buch being a neuter noun that starts with das.
Ich habe eine Schokolade. Ich habe keine Schokolade. Schokolade being a feminine noun starting with die. Ich habe einen Saft. Ich habe keinen Saft. Saft being a masculine noun starting with der. Let's practice now a little bit more by introducing a few new nouns to you. And for that, we have for you a noun bingo card here. So for our bingo card here, you need to have 3 items that are either horizontal, vertical, or diagonal on the bingo card. So we would like you to practice the things you have and you don't have by writing sentences about it. And if you have the same in a row, either horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, you have a bingo.
Hey, Suprema, why don't we do a couple as an example to get them started?
Sure, let's do this. Dorian, hast du ein Handy?
Ja, ich habe ein Handy.
Dorian, hast du einen Fernseher?
Ja, ich habe einen Fernseher.
Dorian, hast du einen Hund?
Nein, ich habe keinen Hund.
Dorian, hast du eine Katze?
Ja, ich habe eine Katze.
All right, looks like you got a bingo.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you all work on your sentences with haben and ein or kein, and feel free to drop some of those in the comments for us so we can see what you've learned.
Dorian, do you know what time it is now?
What time is it?
It is time for the word of the week.
Oh my gosh, really? We've gotten there already? What's the word of the week this week, Suprema?
The word of the week is spielen. What do you guys think that means? If you think that spielen means to play, then you are correct.
Yay! We love to play. Okay, well, I guess that's it for this week. So until next time, cheers!
Oh, okay. Oh no, I held it up wrong. I held it up upside down.
I have nothing! Nothing!
Okay.
Kitty, you're standing in front of my light.
She's in front of the camera too.
Niggles. You're not helping. No. Don't do this.
Oh, see.
Meow.